Inside Foods coverage of the 2019 Tornado World Championships continues as we now head over to table number 2 for the rookie singles final. That's Jeffrey Schneider on the left side. That is Chris Boyd on the right side of the screen. Boyd won the winner's bracket, so Schneider would need to win this opening best 2 out of 3 to take it down to one final set. He'll set up the pull shot, opening up game number 1. And stroke it home. So Schneider takes his time, executes the pull shot. He leads 1-0 here in this first game. Chris Boyd out of the state of Georgia. Jeffrey Schneider out of Regina, Saskatchewan, up in Canada. The rookie singles championship match here at the Tornado Worlds. As Boyd sets it up and fires it home from goal, so a pull shot from forward for Schneider and one from goal for Chris Boyd, and we are even at 1 apiece here in this opening game. Here Schneider likes to take his time on that 5, get it moving slowly, and then brush up or down. He goes down here. And again, the big pull shot from Jeffrey Schneider makes it 2-1. So Schneider 2 for 2 opening up this first game, and it's always good when you're coming from that loser side of the bracket to get off to a good start, win that first game, get some momentum as you attempt to come all the way back and win best 2 out of 3 sets. Schneider off to a good start here. He's going to work this one along the outside wall, 2 to the 5. And then quickly along that near wall. Schneider doing a good job of taking his time on every rod, and he's now 3 for 3, and we've got a timeout. Chris Boyd putting it into play, trailing 3-1 here in game number 1. And Boyd with a pull shot down the middle. Looked like he just sort of tucked it in. Wasn't a lot of speed or power, just a very good direction. Good choice on the option for Chris Boyd. And it's now 3-2 in favor of Schneider here in game number 1. Schneider with another possession here. Really playing well, opening up this rookie singles final. This one, though, blocked by Boyd. First block that Chris has had in this opening game on a Schneider pull shot. Jeffrey working it 2 rod to 5. 5 to 3. Now we'll look to go from his 3 rod to the back of the goal. Really playing the time of possession game so far, and he has out possessioned Chris Boyd so far about 3-1. Now 1 stroked home to make it 4-2 here in this first game. Chris Boyd here saying that Jeffrey a little aggressive on the follow-through on the pull shot, but if you score the shot, it's really no problem. There is no call there, and Jeffrey so far has scored 4 out of 5. So it should not be an issue here. If you recoil, of course, and miss the shot, a call can be made. If you score that ball and you recoil a little bit, as long as you're not really trying to put it in the opponent's face, which Schneider certainly was not, I think it's a good play, it's a clean play, and it's okay. I don't think Jeffrey should allow that to influence anything he does here. Just continue to shoot the ball the way he has been, and it's been very good so far as he's shooting 80%. Try to go to the short side here, blocked away by Boyd. Could be a little gamesmanship there from Chris Boyd. And the pull shot here by Boyd makes it 4-3. A couple of good pull shots going head-to-head here in this rookie singles final. Schneider. Boy, the 5 has been really good for Jeffrey Schneider so far. Again, taking his time. That pull shot blocked by Boyd. Rebound comes back to Schneider on the 5. Kept out nicely by Boyd. He brought that one across to make the save. Boyd trying to get a good set here. Not comfortable with any of those. Taking a lot of time here. And then firing it up the table and in. Might have taken too much time there. It was close. But that's 2 pull shots from goal here in this opening game for Chris Boyd, and he's tied it up at 4. Well, this would be a disappointing first game loss, certainly for Jeffrey Schneider, who has played very well. But Chris Boyd has shot it well as well, and now Schneider will get another chance to close out this opening game. I believe he has a timeout left if he chooses to use it as he sets up the pull shot. And he will indeed call timeout. Jeffrey Schneider will put the ball back into play and look to close out this opening game. Once again into pull shot position. Jeffrey Schneider strokes it down the middle. It's 1-0. Strong opening game from Regina, Saskatchewan's Jeffrey Schneider as he opens up this rookie singles final with a win. Played very well doing it. Boyd as well, shooting it extremely productively from that forward rod. Now looking to pass it. 2 to the 5. Schneider angles that one through, and then it's sent back towards the goal by the 5 of Boyd. 1-0 lead for Jeffrey Schneider, rookie singles final. Boyd able to pick it up with the 5. That pass attempt blocked back towards his goal. And Chris will step back here and shoot the pull shot, and he's got a good one back here. Pretty certain that one of the reasons that Chris Boyd is in this position in the final is his ability to shoot from the 2-rod as he strokes a pull kick home here to make it 1-0. Having a good offensive 2-row is, in singles, extremely important. Now that 2-row could shoot the ball. Of course, Brian Moore, the epitome of that. Or you can pass the ball using that 2, as long as it's a productive offensive weapon. Tony Spreadman, Frederick Colon, and others have proven that 2 to the 5 series may be the way to go, unless you're able to score 1 or 2 a game. Boyd so far has scored it well, and he finds the straight hole here off that pull shot set on the 3-rod to make it 2-0. Schneider very methodical about everything, and rightly so. It's a very good approach that he has to the game, very professional approach. And pass attempt, he can't connect on it, picked up here by Boyd. Chris again going with a pull kick, that one just wide. Rebound grab by Schneider. Jeffrey again, slowing it down, works it along the outside wall to the 5. He'll step into the forward position. Certainly the time of possession battle for the match being won by Schneider, who seemingly has had the ball about 75 to 80% of the time. Right now, though, it's Chris Boyd leading 2-0 here in this second game. Boyd able to get it through to the 3. Quick pass back the other way by Schneider is picked off by Boyd. Who will again look to pass it 5-3. Goes along the wall, blocked by Schneider. Boyd saves it. And advances it as he chips that angle up. Looking to increase his lead here in this second game. Boyd strokes it down the middle. He waited for Schneider to switch into that standard defense, then squirted off down the middle. That's smart pull shot play, and it's 3-0. A pull shot set, that split, that square split is so important. You can get it to the hole quickly. One of those split holes is pretty much always there. I'm talking about the 2 or 3 different splits you might see on a standard defense. But it is a killer weapon for a pull shot shooter. Of course, it's nice to have the straights and the longs. I think that split is maybe the most important option on that pull shot set. Chris Boyd in control here in this second game, although he does trail 1-0. And the timeout called by Schneider. Jeffrey Schneider will step back to the table and put the ball back into play. Schneider again taking some time, passing it to the 5. Knocked back towards the goal, picked up here again by Schneider. It remains 3-0. We're in game 2. Rushed up to the 5 row here by Schneider. Jeffrey working the clock on every rod. That quick pass attempt goes towards the goal. Boyd had the left hand back there to keep it out. Now he'll step into shooting position from the 2 rod. You see Schneider completely backward defensively. And one blocked back into the goal. Though it's 3-1. Schneider on the scoreboard here in game number 2. He does lead 1-0 after a 5-4 win in the opener. Boyd has this pass blocked away, and Chris is going to put it back into play after the ball rolled to a dead stop. Boyd try to come through the lane. Does pick up the rebound. Fritz leading 3-1 here in the second as he sets up the pole shot against Jeffrey Schneider. Boyd looking at the long hole, I believe. Sprayed it wide. Rebound picked up with the right hand on the 5 by Schneider. And Jeffrey crisply through that near lane. Schneider from pole shot position. Strokes that one home. It's 3-2. 2 in a row from Jeffrey Schneider have made this second game a close one. Chris Boyd will put it into play, now leading just 3-2. The first set of the rookie singles final with the 2019 Tornado World Championships in Lexington, Kentucky. Jim Stevens with you. Big shot here for Boyd. Of course, Chris does have a set in hand. In other words, Schneider must win this opening 2 out of 3 to take it to a second, as Boyd tried to go inside, blocked and taken away by Schneider. And again, it's tough when your opponent is spending so much time with the ball, and you're spending so much time on defense. Boyd on offense here as he's able to poke that one forward, 5-3, and again, we'll set it up. Comes back to the rolling pull shot taken away by Schneider. Boyd again will look to advance the ball. He's slowing it down now. It's probably a good ploy. Fight fire with fire, so to speak. Jeffrey Schneider, though, not exceeding any time limits. What he is doing is certainly completely legal and very smart, frankly. Looking to even it up at 3 here. Jeffrey Schneider. That long pull shot blocked by Boyd. Rebound caroms back to Schneider. Quick shot near side, taken away by Chris. Still 3-2 here in game number 2, and a takeaway here by Schneider results in another possession for Jeffrey. Another block here, though, from Boyd. And then he loses the ball back to Schneider, who'll get another chance to tie it. And execute that one as he sprayed it wide of the goal. Dances with it on the 5. Pass attempt blocked by Boyd. It's a pass that Jeffrey Schneider is very good at. Waiting and waiting, getting that ball moving slowly, and then quickly brushing up or down. And another shot attempt here, taken away by Boyd. It remains 3-2. We've been stuck here at 3-2 in the second game now for about 4 or 5 minutes. Quick pass up that far wall. got through, and it's picked up here again by Schneider. Jeffrey, pass attempt, gets through to Boyd's 5. Chris digs it off the wall, and once again look to advance the ball, 5-3. Can't connect there. That one angles right back towards Boyd's goal. Chris, using the left hand, has that one blocked by Schneider. You saw the two players going back and forth, offense to defense. You see Schneider, he's back there, but wants to look out for this, so he jumps up. That one angled wide of the goal. Interesting chess match there, wasn't it? Schneider to the 5. Good pass attempt taken away here by Boyd. Scoring drought of about 6 minutes. As Chris Boyd will set it up. And stroke it down the middle. Again, the pole shooter's best friend is squared off. Split against the standard defense gives Chris Boyd a 4-2 lead here in this second game. Schneider. That brush pass knocked down by Boyd. Quick pass here. Boyd again there. Schneider. Brushes this one down, I believe, with the second man. And then he gets away from it. So Boyd will put it back into play, leading 4-2 here in the second. In the chess game here. Quick pass to the 3-rod. Yep, the defender is going to give you that full 4 rods worth of table. You might as well take it. Chance to win this second game for Chris Boyd. Takes his time. And there's Schneider to make the block and take the ball away.
10 seconds.
Jeffrey working it up the table, 2 to the 5. This is a long possession here on the 5. Very close to a time limit there. Schneider does get it through, sets it up, and taken away again here by Boyd, who's done a nice job defensively here in this second game. Again, is he going to pass? Tried to pass, I believe, to the 3. Didn't get much behind it. Taken away here by Schneider. And Schneider able to set it up and stroke it home. It's 4-3, so here comes Jeffrey now. Trying to come back again here in this second game. He trailed early on 3-0, made it 3-2. And a timeout called here by Schneider. Now leading by just a goal here in game number 2. Chris Boyd puts it into play. Another chance here for Boyd. Going to even the match up at a game apiece. Chris Boyd had some success with the split. Schneider maybe baiting him for it here. But he finds it anyway as he brings it over, squares it off. It's 1 game apiece. Chris Boyd responds with a win in game number 2. We're now tied at 1 game apiece in this rookie singles final. Been a long one. Pushing 23 minutes in length here. And we played just 2 games. The match played at a slow pace. And that one slides on goal by Boyd. You have to like the unpredictability of the defense of Jeffrey Schneider. Boyd did get a pass through a little earlier on, but for the most part, I think he's kept Chris off balance. Chris has yet to really unleash one from goal, with Schneider playing defensively the way he has been these last few possessions. Again, some good smart foosball from Jeffrey Schneider. Boyd, the first scoring opportunity of game number 3, sets up the pull shot. Doesn't execute this one. Rebound picked up by Schneider. No score here in game number 3. This one worked through to the 5. Jeffrey Schneider now with a chance to strike first here in this third game. Going to get a good set. Shot attempt blocked and taken away by Boyd. Guided one game apiece. Opening set of what could be 2 of the rookie singles final. If Chris elects to be aggressive here offensively, well, sent that one right into the 3-rod of Schneider. Eventually it's Jeffrey able to pick it up with his 5. Again, crisply through the lane. Schneider able to find that inside hole to make it 1-0. Of course, it's a game that Jeffrey Schneider must have if he wants to stay alive in this competition. Chris Boyd. Can't hold on to the pass. Comes back to Schneider. Ball pass here. Poked forward and grabbed on the 3-rod by Schneider, who can increase his lead here in this third game. Jeffrey. Blocked here by Boyd. Rebound comes back to Schneider. Tries to come inside. Boyd looking for it. Makes the block. Schneider with a third chance. And another takeaway here by Chris Boyd. Playing some good defense back there. Still 1-0. And then that one knocked back into the goal. Looked like Chris Boyd tried to get up there, use the left hand. And Schneider had his man hit it right back into Boyd's goal. It's 2-0. Taken away here by Jeffrey Schneider. Has come out in a big game to get the first 2. Taken away here by Boyd. And Chris nicely along that near wall. Georgia's Chris Boyd will set up the pull shot. And again, find the hole. It's 2-1. Chris Boyd continuing to have success down the middle against the Schneider defense. Jeffrey will put the ball back into play now, leading 2-1 here in game number 3. Schneider actually get moving slowly and then brush it up or down. There's Boyd back there with the left hand, something that's vital in singles. You always have to be thinking defense. You can see Schneider again. Unpredictable. Back there. Stays back there. And Boyd fortunate to get it through to his 5. And connect on that brush pass through the lane. Taken away with the left hand here by Schneider. And Jeffrey looking to go 2 to the 5. Can't connect. Picked up here by Boyd. Chris Boyd. And that one blocked and taken away by Schneider. Still 2-1. third game, the rookie singles final. Running wide of the goal, comes all the way back to Schneider. And he's able to pick it up off the back wall here. He's had some difficulty connecting 2 to the 5, but catches a bit of a break here. And he's able to pick it up, set it up, and blocked by Boyd. Schneider again. Able to stroke this one home. It's 3-1. Jeffrey Schneider trying to win this third game and send this rookie singles final down to one final 2 out of 3. Boyd gets a possession as he brushes this one through that lane. Boyd. And there's Schneider making a nice switch into the reverse defense. Boyd was looking to hit that squared off split again, it looked like, and Schneider didn't give it to him. Jeffrey gets the left hand back there to keep it out and hold on to it. Schneider along the outside wall. Three-1 lead for Jeffrey Schneider. Again, we'll start with that ball back there on the 2-rod and see if they can tighten up for the passing series to the 5. And again, just missing, I think, that second man out as he tries to brush it up. Does clear the zone, however, but Boyd able to pick it up, get it to his 5. That one knocked down by Schneider, comes back to Chris at goal. The main thing that Jeffrey Schneider is accomplishing with this defense here is to keep Boyd off balance. And he's done a good job of it. Well, that bank off the outside wall is in. It's 3-2. So Chris, being aggressive offensively, executes a perfect squared off outside bank. It's 3-2. And along that near wall goes Schneider. Jeffrey's long pull shot blocked and angled towards the goal with a rebound. A nice looking long pull shot there from Schneider, but Boyd was out there to make the block. And Chris is going to look at that bank again, perhaps. We'll see a bit of a switch in defensive strategy there on the 3. And then a nice pickup on his 3 by Boyd. Going to tie this third game off Chris Boyd. Schneider showing reverse, daring Chris to go long. Chris trying to go long, send it wide of the goal, and the rebound comes back to Schneider. Good adjustment there defensively from Jeffrey Schneider, who really showed a big long. And probably would have been there had Chris Boyd executed it, but still it made Chris think. Had to make an adjustment on the fly, which isn't always easy for players to do. Schneider. Blocked by Boyd. Bounces back to Jeffrey. Again, just finds that near corner. That is a shot that is in his arsenal. And Schneider calls the timeout, leading 4-2. He's got a set point here in this opener of 2 out of 3. Boyd hoping to get the next 3 goals here and not go to a second set if at all possible. And you see a little bit of frustration expressed by Boyd, who's had some difficulty connecting on the 5. Schneider able to bounce this one through. Jeffrey on the wall, blocked by Boyd. 4-2 lead for Schneider in his third game. And a chance to send this one to a second set for Jeffrey Schneider. Schneider trying to go inside. Nice switch and block by Boyd. Unfortunately for Chris, the rebound comes right back to Schneider. Another block here. Like Schneider trying to bring that one down a little. Boyd make the block. He'll set it up in bank position. Schneider continuing to make adjustments. Chris tried to go along the outside wall with the bank. Blocked by the 3 wide, so Chris sets it up a little bit closer to that wall. Does send this one wide. I think Jeffrey Schneider will live with that. I think he's fine. Boyd is going to continue to try that outside bank. Oh, an angle just wide of the goal, then picked up by Boyd. And then lost to Schneider. Remains set point for Jeffrey Schneider. Another chance here for Jeffrey to send it to set number 2. Schneider strokes that one home. Looked like he went off a man, and we are headed to a second and final set. So here we go with set number 2 of the rookie singles final. Jeffrey Schneider on the left, Chris Boyd on the right side. That's 2 games out of 3 for the World Championship. Schneider. Again, it's all about time of possession for Jeffrey, who takes a lot of it. And generally, I would think, nearly every game he would play, he would have the ball more often than the opponent. It's a successful template for playing the singles format for sure. That long pull shot on goal. Nice grab on the 5 by Boyd. Chris can't quite connect there. Comes back to Schneider. Chris Boyd, that's really been the key. The 5 row for Chris Boyd is had a few drops, a few mis-executions. There's been some good defense played by Schneider, who really has only given up splits to Boyd from that pull shot set. Let's see how set number 2 goes. If any adjustments have been made. Here's Boyd looking at the reverse defense. Tried to stroke that long hole and hit off that corner. Comes back to the 2-rod of Schneider. No score here in game number 1. Boyd again looking at the bank and finding it. He nails that outside wall again. 2 well-executed banks from Chris Boyd. The second one giving him a 1-0 lead here in this first game. Schneider back along the wall. Jeffrey. That long pull shot blocked and taken away by Boyd. Again, Chris will set it up dead center. And again, that one on goal. Schneider there to make the block back there, and then grabs the rebound on the 5. And Boyd starting to execute that outside bank well. And really the key for him is when he does shoot that, to jump into that forward position to grab a rebound. He does pick up a rebound here, and a chance to take a 2-0 lead here in this first game for Chris Boyd. Boyd really wants the long, but goes to the straight hole to make it 2-0. Chris Boyd, after losing the opening set, has come out to get the first 2 goals of this opening game of the second set. And Schneider can't get that one through. Boyd able to pick it up at goal. All right, let's see what Chris is going to do. Of course, he'll set it up in the center and look at the bank. Jeffrey makes a block of the pull kick and takes it away. Still looking for his first goal of this second set, and that pull shot sprayed wide of the goal. Rebound picked up again by Boyd. Chris taking a lot of time, sprays that one wide, then picks up the loose ball off the back wall. Chance to increase his lead for Chris Boyd. And Boyd able to stroke home the pull shot. It's 3-0. Jeffrey Schneider won the opening set, but Chris Boyd has come out to get the first 3 goals here in this opening game of the second set. Schneider will reset it. And that long pull shot blocked by Boyd. Oftentimes, good pull shooters, also pretty good at defending the shot. Of course, they can see it from the opponent's point of view. Both these guys, I think that would be the case. They're both pretty good defensively back there against the shot that they shoot on the offensive end. All right, here we go. Looking at the banks. There's Boyd, again, trying to go with that pull kick and hasn't had much success with it so far. The banks, though, he has cleared it well. And again, you saw there, he needed to be a little quicker, moving into that forward position to grab that rebound. In singles, when you're shooting from goal, you're moving forward. You're ready to grab that ball if you miss it. You kind of have to in order to make that shooting option a high percentage ploy. We talked about it earlier, how it's important as a shooter to score 1, I would think, minimum per game or close to it on average, if you're going to use a shooting strategy. The other thing is to make sure if you miss that shot that you are moving forward with an opportunity to pick up the rebound on the 5 or the 3. Schneider now looking at the tic-tac series, trying to take it out to the far side. Rebound comes back to Jeffrey. So it would appear that Jeffrey Schneider's backup option is the tic-tac series. But he will go back to the pull shot here, his primary option, and he strokes it home. It's 3-1, and we have a timeout called by Schneider. Chris Boyd now leading 3-1, puts it into play. Able to stab this one towards the goal after Schneider got a piece of the pass. Jeffrey will start to move the ball forward. All the way forward here to the 3-rod. Schneider again stroking home the pull shot to make it 3-2. Jeffrey Schneider with 2 in a row has tightened up this first game. Boyd, again, frustrated that he can't make the catch on that pass. And he does make the block here of the pass from the 2-rod of Schneider. Knocks it back into the goal. And Chris Boyd now leading 4-2 here in game number 1. Jeffrey Schneider has that one blocked back into the goal, and just like that, it's 1-0 in favor of Chris Boyd. Joe Rhodes stepping into the picture, literally, as the official. We'll let Joe know as soon as we can that we'd really like him to move to the side. No score here in the second game. And make it 1-0 now as Boyd able to pick one up from goal. Schneider will look to tie it. But Boyd with the takeaway. Chris Boyd, who's done a bit of damage from goal shooting the ball during the course of the match. As we said, it's certainly, I would think, one of the primary reasons he's here in this final is the ability to shoot from that 2-rod. And he shoots it with a 2-rod, then knocks it in with a 5. He's up 2-0 here in game number 2. Jeffrey Schneider with some work to do. If he wants to come back here in this rookie singles final, and that pull shot, as you could see, was blocked by Boyd. Unfortunately, Joe Rhodes also doing a little blocking right now. And as soon as we can, we'll have him move. Of course, Joe, the outstanding player out of Kansas City, Missouri. Schneider able to pick this one up off the back wall. May not be able to tell where he goes, but we'll know whether he scores or not. He doesn't here. It remains 2-0. Good defense played by Chris Boyd. Another chance here for Schneider. And he's able to get this one through and in to make it 2-1. Chris Boyd leading 1-0 here in this second set of the rookie singles final. He's up 2-1 here in the second game, leading 1-0, as we said. Pass along the near wall by Boyd. Again, I can't tell you what hole he's going to, or maybe I can. That looked like a long. That looked like a block from Schneider. Jeffrey will use the left hand, thankfully on that far side where we could see him pass. Doesn't connect here. He is able to pick it up on the 3-rod. And he's able to go down the middle to that straight hole. It's 2-2, so a nice possession there from Jeffrey Schneider. We can see a little more of the table now. So Schneider, with 2 in a row, has come back from a 2-0 deficit in a game he must have to stay alive in this rookie singles final. And Schneider tried to brush it down, couldn't hold on to it, picked up here on the 5 by Boyd. Right up at 2 here in game 2. Chris Boyd for the lead. Got Schneider there to make the block, and again, when Schneider switches into that reverse defense, Boyd's had a little bit of difficulty. Most of the scores during the course of the match from the 3-rod of Chris Boyd have gone down the middle. They've squared off the shots. Saw Schneider make that adjustment early on to get into that reverse. We've seen Boyd have a little bit of difficulty with it. Did hit a straight, but has not been able to execute a good strong long, at least yet. Schneider along that near wall. He's always right. Again, couldn't connect to the 3. Boyd fires that one up the table on goal.
First, second gen, went open up.
Still 2-2 here in game 2. And a steal here by Boyd. Chris Boyd again looking for a lead here in this second game. And he strokes this one home. Did get that one around the defense of Jeffrey Schneider. There we go. We get a good view now. Schneider, though, is looking at a 3-2 deficit in this second game. Again, unable to connect on the wall. And sneaking through. Chris Boyd now with a little bit of momentum. Set it up in that bank position. Brings the full kick across just wide. Schneider had it, lost it. Boyd again in possession, back at goal. Chris Boyd. The pull kick on goal. Boyd still leading by a goal here in this second game, second set. Rookie singles final. Almost another steal there. Schneider having some difficulty with that 2-5. Of course, that's a series that is so precise, and you have to be successful a high percentage of the time to really make it worth it. And you can be, of course. But it's also a series that takes lots of practice. You have to spend a lot of time on a table by yourself, just working those different options over and over again. And there's Schneider with a big shot. As he sets up the pull shot, strokes it home, and we're tied at 3. Big shot from Jeffrey Schneider has tightened it up here in this second game. Bounce pass by Boyd, though, gets him a possession. Chris Boyd. Look at the long. Schneider showing it to him. Chris will take a second look. Might have been a reset called. Trying to come down the middle here. Blocked and taken away by Schneider. The defense, again, has been pretty good on both sides of the table against pull shots. Of course, 2 pull shooters, defending pull shooters. And now Schneider makes a nice adjustment as he passes on the near side of the table and is able to complete it. But then can't rush it through to his 3. 3-3 here in game 2. A very interesting chess game between these two when it comes to Boyd shooting from goal or passing from goal. He knocks it in with the 5 here. It is championship point for Chris Boyd here in this rookie singles final. And taken away here by Boyd. Well, Chris lost the opening set. Jeffrey Schneider with a strong performance. But Boyd came out to get game number 1 and is in control here in game number 2, and a chance again to put it away for Chris Boyd. Boyd, that one rimmed off the post. Reed Hunt comes back to Chris. Boyd has hit that post a few times during the course of this match. The execution on the long has not been quite what he would want. He has found other ways to score, of course, because he does have a championship point. But for now, Schneider able to keep him out of the goal. And now Jeffrey again will look to pass on the near side of the table. Unable to connect to the 5, picked up here by Boyd. Chris tic-tacking. Into that left hook. He aims it towards the goal. And eventually the rebound, grabbed by the 5 by Schneider. Who brushes down along that near wall. Big possession here for Jeffrey Schneider, who looks to even it at 4 from full shot position. And he does. I think that one might have gone down the middle. We're tied up at 4 apiece, and a timeout call. Remains championship point for Chris Boyd. We're tied at 4 here in the second game. And Boyd will put it into play. Chris along the wall. He'll set it up looking to win the rookie singles title. Chris strokes it home, and there it is. Chris Boyd is the 2019 Tornado World Rookie Singles Champion.